Moshi my gamers, and welcome back to Honkai Star Will. You head to Titan Cliff in search of Annex. The sage, expert in soul studies, might be able to save Callus, and it seems Annex has been expecting your arrival. Those fallen heroes are the mortal enacted of the time before these SEA for godhood. These strange memories may point the way to Thanatos. Investigate by heel?
Lord Nias's honor is sealed here.
Incredible. The honor in this child's soul is so light.
Huh. Interesting.
I believe that his tenacity is sealed within this statue.
Before we fought Nikador, we also released it from the stone statue.
Yeah. It's like a lot to go through. Aside from this
Sealed within this statue is undoubtedly his sacrifice.
They use their own body as our city walls, keeping out and protecting us from the pervasive spread of madness. They are acutely aware that if the end times were to arrive, there would be nothing left in this world to conquer.
Alright, heal.
Honor, courage, tenacity, sacrifice.
And finally, the only thing that remains is reason.
Cheer up, young lady. There is no need to shed tears over a glorious death.
All farewells in this world are sorrowful, Lord Nias.
No, young lady. As a warrior, I have witnessed too many bitter deaths. But now, all I feel is peace. I did not know until this moment that mortals could live their lives in such a way.
Although only a sliver of your soul remains, you remain so optimistic. Or maybe the truth is that you aren't able to feel sorrow anymore.
To be honest, I don't know either. But I am certain of one thing. This is not an acceptance of death nor apathy toward it. It's not even a feeling of despair. I am just enjoying what remains of my life to the fullest.
Enjoying?
Indeed. Along this journey that we've taken together, not only have I changed the world, I myself have also changed in the process. And now I have reached the journey's end. When I look back and see the grand epic that I've personally written, how could I not revel in that fact?
But when you depart the mortal realm, won't all of your accomplishments be reduced to nothing? Separation and death are two sides of the same coin. Reconciling this doesn't come easily for a mortal.
Finally, let me recount to you a story of mine, young lady. The first time I returned from the battlefield, I felt extremely hollow. The calamity had devoured everybody on the battlefield but me. When I returned to the city alone, the citizens held a banquet for me that was far from pleasant. I felt as though I was still on the battlefield, and the person who had returned was nothing but an empty shell. It was late into the night by the time the banquet ended. My head still reeling, I returned alone to the barracks. On the way back, I encountered someone. It was a crazed scholar looking at the night sky and muttering to himself by the side of the road. Although I tripped over him and fell, I wasn't angry in the slightest. And maybe because I saw myself in him, I inexplicably asked him a question. Do you think that it'd be better if we just died on the roadside like a couple of stray dogs? To my surprise, he shrugged his shoulders and sighed.
To someone who is currently experiencing death, dying and living afford the same amount of bliss. Now please go away and don't block my starlight.
Are you trying to say that there is no difference between living and dying? For they are both journeys that lead toward death?
That's exactly what life is, and death is, but a scale to measure how valuable the journey was. Journeys and epics are only glorious and magnificent because all things eventually fade to dust. Therefore, young lady, don't detest your fate. Instead, willingly and respectfully embrace it.
The embodiment of strife telling me about the majesty of the world.
Indeed. I believe that when the fated moment eventually arrives, you will be able to understand my words. It is time for me to knock on death's door. I will set up a long table at the end of the road and humbly await your arrival. When that moment finally comes, let us drink and be merry then.
I knew this day would eventually come.
Are the both of you ready?
Polixia, I'm here.
So the twins!
What? This...
This is quite interesting indeed.
Yeah, look at this.
Is this... Polixia's sister? Is
Yo!
it me?
Yeah! Is it possible you lost your memories about that?
Now, it's time for us to fulfill our promises. Are you afraid? What are you afraid of?
That I won't be able to do it.
You shall wither, and through that, the dead will sprout again from the remains, and be reborn with the dead flame. As foretold in the prophecy, and according to our vows, once it all ends, we must face our fated moment head-on.
Even if it was prophesized, do we have no say in the matter? It's so unfair. Why are we the only ones who are forced into mutual destruction? Let me do it, sister. Let me be death's sacrifice. I was never long for this world anyway. But you're different. I was the one who wasted your life after all.
You're wrong, Polixia. I don't think that my life was wasted. Just the opposite. When I finally arrived at this destination and looked back at the journey I took, I discovered that flowers had long since bloomed along the path I walked. It was you who sowed the seeds for this sea of flowers, one that is more beautiful than the promised land at the end of the world. Besides, I have lived a fulfilling life. Even though I was fated for sacrifice, none of the things that I've experienced will dissipate. Instead, they'll forever live on as memories inside your head. Will they not?
How could my memories of you ever compare to the actual you?
Well then, tell me, what exactly are we?
I don't know.
I don't know either. But regardless of what the answer is, regardless of how we're shaped by others, or even by this world, ever since we were born, the fact that we existed was predestined, and nothing could erase it. This is why I will always, always be by your side. We're twins, after all.
Knew it. The twins.
All right, my dear Polixia. It's time to extract my heart and light the flame of death. After that, use it to plant the first bud in the prophesied new world.
If I imparted my knowledge of the art of alchemy to you, would you use it to resurrect someone you loved?
Death is inevitable. In the days to come, I am certain that someone whom I cherish deeply will leave me for good. If such a mighty power really existed, I think I would use it without hesitation. Even now, my answer remains the same. This is why, sister, I promise you, in the prophesized new world, I shall plant the first bud on your behalf. Go now. Return to the ocean god's treasured pearl, our hometown. I shall open wide the entrance to the nether realm and grant you a second life. The living beings on this earth shall respond to my call and lead you to the sacred daylight.
So, this is not what I thought it was last episode, okay.
Remember, do not look back on the land of the dead, and do not stop moving. In the new world promised by the prophecy, march toward your new life. As for the price of our equivalent exchange, let me be the one to pay it.
Dang, so that's actually a hometown opinion. I thought that was something else.
Everybody, we've come to the end. Unfortunately, I am not compatible with the Supreme Being, so I was unable to completely fuse their soul into my own body. However, being able to glean all this from them is exciting enough. I'm certain of this now. Before the titans that we are well acquainted with were born, a group of heroes roamed the land. These heroes followed a prophecy and took possession of divine authorities one by one, until they eventually became the pantheon of the new world. Just like the flame chase journey of today, Amphorius's history is cyclical in nature.
What a startling revelation. This means that the demigods, who bear the core flames, will also become the new titans at the world's end, thereby shaping a new world?
I believe that this is the truth behind the Era Nova as mentioned in the prophecy.
This is utterly unbelievable. Besides, those twins in the past, even if they really are Thanatos, their whereabouts are still unknown even today.
Are their whereabouts truly unknown? Didn't Polixia mention that seaside town, the birthplace of alchemy in the tale of the dragon? In our world, there exists a city which perfectly matches that description. Styxia.
But the people there worship Fagusa and bear no relation to Thanatos. I've also never been to that place, as in the time of Idonia, it had long turned into underwater ruins.
Take this.
This is...
the Nusporist masterpiece, the Philosopher's Stone. It was made by transmuting all of the sages' wisdom into a single entity, with their flesh and blood as its foundation. Remember, I've mentioned before that the art of alchemy is all about conversion, tempering, and ascension. This process also applies to the pursuit of truth. Regardless of how unbelievable this sounds, the truths of the world have been refined from the impurities. Think about the story of the dragon. This stone will lead you to your real hometown, allowing you to reform the door to the nether realm and discover Thanatos' fate.
You still look as confident in your victory as ever. But what if your conjecture is wrong?
Simple. I shall merely admit to the entire world that my experiment was a failure. However, my line of thinking will not fail because I have already planted the seeds of doubt into the hearts of the masses. Actions speak louder than words, Castoris. With the assembly about to begin, don't forget the promise you've made.
I've already searched for so long. I'm willing to try one more time. While we converse, his life is also slowly slipping away, but before I leave, I have another question. What exactly did we witness just now?
That was the world imprinted in Kefali's soul. If we are to prove its existence, you must take the final step. Go. Do not disappoint me.
I understand.
And that is when we are right now.
Hey, child of humanity.
Don't get antsy. I still remember the question you posed to me. As a scholar, I do not wish to offer up ambiguous conclusions. Let's discuss this topic again when she manages to find the evidence.
I merely wanted to ask, was that stone transmuted from your heart? If so, rebirth is no longer an option for you.
Why not? When I was a child, I lost someone dear to me. When I was a teenager, I lost my faith. A while back, although you saved my life, I also lost my soul in the process. Now I'm merely forsaking my body. What's the big deal?
Why are you always finding ways to die? Isn't it good to be alive?
Shouldn't it be yes?
This is but a necessary sacrifice on my path to transform into the purest of them all.
Can someone who's dead even claim to be the purest of them all? Furthermore, if your hypothesis is proven correct, does it not just confirm that the myths are true, and thereby invalidate all your theories?
No, it's just the opposite. If my hypothesis is correct, it means that I can actually ascend to godhood and reshape this absurd world that you all have created.
Created? What do you mean by that? Certainly.
That's a lot to take in at once.
Lady Aglaya, please, let me explain.
Go on.
You know that the core flame of death has always been the greatest unknown regarding the Era Nova, which is why both you and Kindness desire to gain the power to control that core flame in the approaching Citizens' Assembly. Professor Anaxa has come to a consensus with Kindness. They want to suspend the trial once Thanatos' core flame is reclaimed, hoping thus to eradicate death from this world. If they're successful, then the flame chase journey will cease, and Akuma can enjoy everlasting peace. But I know this runs counter to your wishes. So long as we do not usher in Era Nova, the Black Tide will never be eradicated. Even with Lord Mighty on the front line, and the Black Tide not posing an immediate risk, the danger nevertheless remains. Honestly, it's difficult for me to assess the pros and cons in this decision. But someone must bring the core flame before we can begin negotiations over it. The Titan could be very near. I cannot let this chance slip by. Besides, someone has to make this trip to bring back Mr. Soul.
Well said. You already had every reason to seek an audience with Thanatos. It's that great performer who has weaponized your wishes and placed us in this difficult situation. A world without death. Do you desire that too?
If fate dictates that my path must oppose yours, I will do all I can to resist it and protect what I aspire to achieve. Lord Mighty showed me that without taking the first step, all talk of what follows is moot.
Unsure. Nah, I'm not picking through. That sounds funny. Unsure of what to say, but offers a smile. Like, you're my queen. I just can't help but be happy about you.
I have always hoped to hear you speak your mind, Cass. And I am glad to have heard your true thoughts. Styxia,
I visited that place in the past. Though it is now an island surrounded by the river of Soul's torrents, it's not hard to see its former splendor. Go. I will not stand in your way. As for you, you are someone who has cheated death. I believe you have more than enough reason to make the trip with Casterus and meet the god of death himself.
Oh, yes.
Casterus,
I'm the
I
main
too
character.
look forward to your journey. I wonder what kinds of new interpretations your completed story will bring to the Flame Chase journey.
Thank you, Lady Eclia.
I hate to put a damper on this heartwarming moment, but if Styxia is now an island surrounded by the river of Soul's torrents, then how do we find a way in? Lady Treby is probably...
The answer is quite simple. In the myths, Zagreus once made the domain of the dead their treasure vault. That is to say, they could enter and leave the nether realm as they pleased. And if they could do that, then it follows that the demigod who inherited their divinity must be capable of the same. I'll see you at Memorial Palace at Action Hour tomorrow. Cypher shall be your guide to finding that ancient city.
The Tomo's Day flight comes to an end. Everyone dispatched, each lost to the all with dust. Like damn, we went through a lot. Like damn. So, the Silver Girl is the measures within the myth, and the scholar seeks the answers to this film puzzle. The truth literally to your trial. Head book and write it down. I'd rather do it another time, so... Actually, it would have to do a book firstly. I'll take it back. Why not? Let's just do it right now before we continue our story. Let's open the book. Oh, colors! Eyelash are floating. That looks like so lost in thought. It's time for a bedtime story. I love stories, but I adore them more when Callus tells them. Just save the few before bed, alright? Alright, if you say so. Close the book. Alright, with the stories, which one to start with? Alright, start with you. These 4 inches speak those forgotten stories, as I've written. Alright, nations widely after us. Since which day did he become known as Mighty? His strength rivals... Oh, hold up. Okay, anyways. His strength rivals as lead, then praised to his head. No heed, for only the elder of the king can be another king, and only strife can end strife. The shadow of conquer causes the barren, yet his homeland blood is destined to be stained. No dares shake his hand in greeting, for his hands burn as the blazing sun, soak in the might of the flames. What a mighty feat it is, in the aftermath of defeat. This man digs graves of the descended soldier, burying thousands of his own hands. In the fight, he crushed all invading blades with his fists. A body immortal may never fall, but tales of painless hearts still flows.
His years of drifting made him detest water's waves.
They say that the reason he is so unwilling to weep. But in Adamia's blizzard he once did cry, a tear shed among the storm of frost that boomed into the lily stained with blood. Link, his undying body, the flower never wits. In time, the entire world was turned to ash. The haughty man shall be, the one to leave behind the world's final beauty, though none are willing to believe. Unlike his skin, those patterns are craved with his blood, a matter of so suspicious. It stirred the ambition of the immense.
A blade that can cut through the mighty must be enough to slay gods.
The people to this day still seek it, yet it is simply a tradition he's followed closely. Do not let your enemy notice that you're bleeding and thus convince them that you are someone unsurpassed, a warrior supreme.
Apart from Kremnos' traditions, what do you have left?
The stone of the past forged his body. The white-haired friend once asked. The man goes silent still, his gaze is to the corners, looking for a distant past. In his days of wandering, the same question was asked by thousand upon thousand, and he never died.
That is why I walk on this path.
Alright. That concluded. He has like 3 more to deal with. these stories. 1, 2, 3, 4. Has been lit. Is it Treeby? Whose? Is there any more need to read? So not just his. I'm just looking through these. There's Aglaya. Okay. Kaden. So. Okay, what? Do you know that is full of stories about the Meadows? He just pushing his tails. Are all princesses like that? And how he managed to get that powerful? Shh! Just stay quiet. It's really hard to find out. So I don't want anyone else to hear it. This is just for your ears only, Callus. Alright. They say it's for incredible Harshin training. Every day he runs 10,000 laps around the holy city, does 10,000 skill, does 10,000 sets of weight, and does... Anyway, the lot more shit he does, 10,000 up. Let me think. That's totally not true. No way. And how are you so sure about that? Still, there really aren't ways to make news about Matadors flying around. If that was still true, he wouldn't even have time to eat, would he? I wonder who spread all this story. Sure, it's a mystery, don't you think? Yeah, probably. Alright, who else needs to be written next? So it looks like 3 more in another week. So what's this? Those flame chasing people, those forgotten stories, as I written. This looks different. A divine named him. Before meeting death, the scholar compels his own emphasis.
This person's name was seldom mentioned by others. Incomplete. Just like his fate.
He will sleep his own grave at the beginning of every month of weeping, staying long for his and hard and his staying hands. Hands that never seek the beneficial of gods, accepting only the trick and plus his playing presence.
Keep your distance from that blasphemous one, lest misfortune follows you like a shadow.
People warned each other thus before his lecture. In those rumors, the scholar hovers loom full and well. He dares to proclaim a necessity over gods and defy the Titan's will. But the one sure such slander pays little heed. His lonesome figure standeth aloof, for he always believed that gods are no greater than mortal beings such as he. Grove of Empathy, the parents of the Wisp, yet harbors one shouldering the name of the fool. He called himself a clean-handed teaching land lost student, yet he rarely guides or teaches, apart from giving a strange single saying. Yet for the rest of the student's life, that saying often proves to be more valuable than gold. Pops often praise his word as defying untouchable, to which the teacher replies the sharp words. Apart from destiny, he seems able to dispense all laws. And now, even destiny may also be within his grasp. It is not so in the beginning, as he sadly recalls the present under the left's shade.
Faced with the god's edict, even I cannot resist.
With no guidance given, he wishes immediately for the first time.
Yet, I sincerely believe this is not to be my destiny.
Yet, because the cause of the professively.
Miracles are the most conceited actions of gods. They are God's denial of humanity via might. Magic tricks are the most articulate rebuttal. They are humanity's imitation of godhood via intellect.
He deliberately describes the feats of mankind as magic tricks, proving that the enlightened can step beyond the boundaries of reason. But magic tricks cannot afford to fail even after a million times, and for that, the benevolence co-conspiracies with a god. Using the final trick, they wish to create a miracle to end all miracles. Oh, this is about Anax. Alright, interesting. And it's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 more people. I'm one of those gods, anyways. Wow, this is always a new companion. The one who looks like a scarf of some kind. looks like a pirate. Hey! Don't judge us by the golden appearance, and I just remember, this one is a magician. On top of the Florentry's journey, he's always seems opposed, perhaps because he didn't believe in the prophecy. Everything in the world is false except me. Try to for quiz, Callus. What do you think of the relationship between allies and us? I'm gonna say archer analysis. They're hostile to each other. I don't think is that bad. No, the ideas are completely different. When it comes to stubbornness, he is strictly similar to the other heroes. A quiet hero prefers to cause ears to study under a nicer. A good warrior is a good friend. Everyone probably can agree on that at least. Well, what different, Callus? We're the best partners ever worked together. Ooh. That's a power 6 to ether. Okay. 2 more stories to unfold. What's the next one? Oh. Wait, which one? There's like 3 of them actually. Okay. I would actually do more of this for another episode because why not? I mean, I could do off camera too because literally you get extra rewards too for this too. Okay. So I'm just gonna go to sleep now. Bedtime done.
Hey, friend! Is the debate finally over? Did you win?
We tied with the Council of Elders.
Oh, that means victory is around the corner. Well, moving on. I was hard at work even while you were at the debate. I borrowed a mountain of books from Cass to see if I could find a way to solve your problem. Let's see. I still have only 32 books to go.
It's okay, man. We found a way.
Really? Oh, that's fantastic news. I knew it. Hard work always pays off. Especially if you're as diligent as Ma'am. I feel like a huge burden has finally been lifted off my shoulders. Why are my eyelids so heavy all of a sudden?
There's nothing more we can do for now. Let's get some rest.
You're right. Then I'll go back to...
As the custom, Mayor with a short distance slips back into the secret little hideaway. Good night, Mayor. Good night, Okuma. Is it nighttime now? What? I know, confusing. It's like there's no moon. Like Jesus Christ, later somewhere in the Okuma. Alright, what's going on?
Cass? What a surprise.
Lady Treeby.
Is something troubling you?
I just wanted to speak to Lady Trian for a bit before I set off. No matter how breathtakingly beautiful Styxia once was, the place is now the domain of the departed. There is no telling what we'll encounter there. I don't want to have any regrets.
Has anyone told you that your eyes are sparkling today?
Is that a figure of speech?
In the past, when you did smile once in a while, all of us could see that your heart remained troubled even as you smiled.
Lady Treeby, you know perfectly well that see you tomorrow is nothing but a white lie. I hope your toughness is not a mask hiding a lonely heart.
Cass, you hardly ever talked of your past. None of us knows what you went through, apart from Maggie. But we know it must have been filled with pain and hardships, as it is the fate every Chrysosaur is destined to live out. We are just happy for you, that the core flame you're meant to inherit has finally surfaced.
Isn't it a little too soon to say that?
But you already know where tomorrow is, don't you? There's no need to rely on anyone else. Just give it your all and leave no regrets. We have always believed that your embrace is just as warm as everyone else's because we embrace others to comfort them. And Cass, you're the kindest Chrysosaur we know.
Thank you, Lady Treeby. This feeling... it's hard to put into words. I suddenly found myself with so many wishes. So much I want to accomplish before setting off.
Then go do it, Cass. Trian was actually working on a surprise gift for you. It's a pity she didn't get to finish it. But now Trinan and I are working on it, and we'll make sure to give it to you. So, let's meet back here when you return from Styxia. Safe travels. See you tomorrow!
Tomorrow? It's still sunny. At the same time, I can't sleep. God damn it! Who's Dell? Who could it be? Look, I want some beauty sleep. Daehan. Okay, I knew it. Hey, hello. I can't sleep. Can we cuddle? I'm so close to you.
I hope I didn't wake you.
Is there another mission for Gaia?
Huh? No. No, I'm here because of private matters, actually. If it isn't too much to ask, I'd really like it if you could come along with me to retrieve something.
Go on. Yeah, what's up?
Aren't you going to ask me what it is? It isn't a long way from here. Shall we?
Sure thing.
I'd love to go in and take a look.
If I go close to you, do you back up?
Have you heard?
No, you do not.
Seems like
I'm just following you now. Okay, where should we go? Where you taking me? Oh, wait, umbrella! I mean, butterfly! The legend was no idea about the history of the golden apple age. He just talking a little baloney. Do I understand it all? Of course I do. What if you don't? Sorry! I was collecting some butterflies. Which is kind of funny. What are we
The streets are packed.
Yes, it is.
I want to vote! Tell me how I can vote!
Take your ceramic shard, engraved with the Kefali rune, select the Council of Elders in your heart, and pray silently until the shard registers your choice. Then toss it into the Dolium.
The Council of Elders? More like the Council of Buffoons? The Tide took my hometown long ago! Who are they kidding with bringing back Eracrysia? It's all a sham to create their own Eracrysia in Akama!
The Titans are just. So long as we do not overstep our bounds again, we will not incur divine wrath.
Oh, please. The time when these deranged Titans should have vacated their spot to the demigods is long overdue. You'll see soon enough, you old fogey.
And I pray that the Lanterns smack some sense into you with their scales. We shall see how this turns out.
That was quite a spectacle.
While we're here, watching people scrub is kind of fun.
You're interested in that? Well, you'll feel right at home in Akama then. To this day, I still find it almost unreal that Akama is the only place illuminated by light amidst the crumbling ruins of Amphorius. And its people are even holding votes to reconcile differing opinions. This peaceful sight is making me forget that this is the end times.
This is what the Flanging Street is all about.
Before coming here, I had lived for many years in Idonia, a city of rime and frost. The people there were devotees of Thanatos, and were well known for their unique burial rites and traditions that I played a major role in.
Because of your curse of you?
Yes. You now know me as the Mortician of Akama, but back in those days, I was Idonia's Maiden of War. I was trudging across the frosty plains on my own when the Idonians found me. They saw the curse in me as a blessing from Thanatos, and believed that my hands could correct the Eracrysia's mistake and lead them to meet the great god of death. They provided me shelter, but in return, I was expected to grant merciful deaths to war captives, prisoners bound for execution, and heroes alike.
Is that some sort of end-of-life kill?
Is that how you see it too? But no matter how kind or cruel the means, nothing can change the essence of death. Taking away someone's life is never worthy of religious worship.
I mean, what can I say?
I can't do it. Their voices, they pierce my ears. The pleading, the thanks.
I know that feeling, child. I was once as lost as you are now. But you must respect those walking towards death. Just like how you should respect yourself as the holy maiden granting humans glory and liberation.
What you're asking me to do is no better than the task of an executioner. And yet you want me to respect myself. No matter the titles, I am still taking away human lives.
This won't be the first time that Edonia's fanatical nether warriors have faced death. On the contrary, recruits new to the battlefield often run away from their first fight. Death is the mightiest and gravest power in this world. The fact that you can wield it means you are deserving of respect.
That's such a twisted reason.
Then let me tell you a story. In Idonia, the great swords commonly used by executioners are called Draconian, in memory of Drakon, an elderly executioner. The sword has 3 air holes along its body. If the sword is swung down swiftly and accurately, the holes would make no sound, and the executed would also depart this world quickly and painlessly. But should the executioner have any hesitation, the holes would produce a piercing whistle. On that cue, the screams of the executed are sure to follow. Every executioner after Drakon is to hone their sword skills every day in preparation of future executions. Every swing of their blade must be more resolute than the last, for failing to do so will bring pain. Pain for the dying, as well as pain for themselves.
No. I can never get used to this.
You misunderstand, child. I am not telling you to get used to it. I'm asking you to consider the source of the dead's suffering and use that knowledge to fortify your future touches with more and more determination. Go, walk with the dead and love them as you love life. Then you'll no longer hear those noises.
Then you're like Wendy Ocean, I'll call you that.
Please! Don't kill me! I don't want to die!
A gentle touch? Huh? I pick red? Or I pick... Are these options I could pick? Well, sorry.
No!
You didn't trust the prisoner for a withered finger. His face is pale, his eyes fill with fear, and his body trembles uncontrollably. Is it because of fear, anger, and hatred? Is that your so-called meaningful touch of death simply is a lie? The dark purple mouth is spread like a pearl across the death row in May's face. That seemed to be smoked by spring water flowed his body. His trembling ceased, and his cry that had once begged for mercy slowly turned into a sigh-like whimper as he muttered to himself. Quickly, alien falls to the dead silence, turning to pitch-black dew of sky with the wind. You hear your own heartbeat drown out the sound of heavy breathing.
May you gain some insights through his sacrifice.
Is this all?
No. Come with me. This is just the beginning of your life as the Maiden of War.
So this is basically a backstab. I mean, not backstab story. I mean, this is literally about her past. Otaku execution, apparently. Yeah, I see you. Hey, what's up?
Holy Maiden.
What?
Go. Grant her glorious death.
But what if I don't want to? Okay, fine. You're gonna die. Why is she on the booba? What the fuck?
Thank you.
You're welcome for touching your booba.
Do it then, executioner.
You heard him.
What if I want to kill this one instead? Alright, now I'm gonna stroke your dick until you die. Never mind, touch your nipple for some reason.
I curse you to live in eternal pain.
Oh, fuck you! Oh, no, not you. I mean this one.
Please. Grant me release.
Alright, I'll touch your boobas too. In between, okay.
When will this ever end?
Damn. What the fuck? So...
Come. Fulfill your duty.
So you're next.
What are you trying to do with me?
I have aged. The time has come for me to heed the summons of Thanatos and journey to their domain, the final resting place of every Idonian.
You're not that old yet. You still have many years ahead of you.
Yeah.
No. I'm already dead.
Dude!
For I have come to fear my declining health and impending death. Ah, Castoris. Will you give me one last chance to charge towards fear and prove that I am no coward?
I can't take this anymore!
Child, it was I who brought you here from the frosty plains and set your farcical fate in motion. It was also I, Chief Executioner of Idonia, who forced the heavy duty of executing others onto you. I've always known that you have doubts and even anger about my faith. And about me.
I never had a choice.
Indeed. We essentially abducted you. Yet you can end any sinful life with just a touch of your fingers. Shouldn't it be easy for you to escape?
I'll never do that. It doesn't matter how lightly the Idonians take death, or how readily they accept it. I simply can't do it.
I knew I was right about you.
What do you mean?
I've taught you and cared for you as my own daughter all this time because of this blessing that's been with you since your birth. I know no one else in the world would understand the weight of life and death more than you do. In the eyes of an Idonian, death is the end of all life. A destination we will all eventually reach. Humans should not resist it, but learn how to face it. You can only live your life to the fullest after understanding this principle. And when you do, even if you eventually leave Idonia's protection, even if you must carry the curse forever, you can live with your head held high, like everyone else.
No! How can I?
Come now. It's time. I've already taught you all that I know. Show me that you are a fitting holy maiden. Or at least that you possess the resolve to become one. Come now. It's time. I've already taught you all that I know.
So I gotta find this thing?
Show me that you are a fitting holy maiden. Or at least that you possess the resolve to become one.
Go find the statue. Yep, here we go.
Emerge from your cocoon.
Summon your dragon. Let's go. Yep, gonna burn you. Damn, that is so crazy, not gonna lie.
I only wish that death may protect us.
Crazy strong, Jesus Christ. Alright. I mean, I'm gonna swing. Because using E, lose HP. My pet!
All manner of evil. Walk with and feel pet.
Oh, look who it is. There's someone.
Man, me.
Okay. Who's next? Hold on. Doctor? That's a healer. Yeah, Cassius.
Life is not as Frappé's wilt here.
Swing for the middle.
Cosmic ninjutsu epic. Ninjutsu secret technique. Dazzling obliteration.
I'm a cool ninja. Go for them. Middle, why not? That's just
Dazzling ninja.
Again.
Here.
Heal everyone. I gotta press twice now.
Time to show you. What's in your prescription? Absolute bliss.
I don't know.
Ninja healing art.
Oh, I smashed them. Go ahead. Oh, that hurts, huh? Too bad, I fucked your friends. You're down dead.
I grant you this, as you wish.
Well, listen, feel kick!
Wasu will kick is hilarious to say. Oh, you're gone! That didn't take long, by the way.
This was the last time I followed her command. I gently touched the elderly woman before me. The executioner, who had seen too much death, died the same way as everyone else. I gasped for air, a wistful look in her eyes, and a barely perceptible tremor in her fingertip. Elder Amonette, the person who tried to teach me about death, ultimately vanished like dew in the morning mist. She spent her life embodying the beliefs of the Idonians, and when death finally came, she embraced it exactly as their doctrine had taught. I have nothing but respect for her. I erected a cenotaph in her honor in the marshes outside Idonia's city walls with the others I had laid to rest. Then, I set out once more in search of Thanatos. It was a long, long journey. I heard so many discussions about death along the way. Life finds meaning in death. The world improves because there is an end. It seems the most terrible darkness in this world. Everyone talks about its heavy weight. Some resist it, some worship it, and some even revere it. How did a disappeared titan become the deepest fear of humankind? And why do they haunt my dreams? I continued my travels to seek an answer. Initially, I was running away. Then, I started searching for it. And now, at the end, I just want to know if my touch, if my embrace, can do more than taking things away. Can I make anything? Can I leave anything behind?
I don't want to die. Please, if I can use this, let me go. I don't want to die, please. I don't want to.
Feels like watching the anime now. Okay.
Let me go, I don't.
I'm watching an anime now. Honkai style anime win? Actually, no, it should be Genshin Impact anime win.
These icy hands.
I don't blame you, by the way. I mean, Genshin Impact is being made. It's just they're dealing with Demon Slayer right now. There to be a distance from her. You can't. She don't know. Well, those people do. Get close to her, you're dead. Or more like, don't get too close to her.
End its suffering.
That deal symbolizes, if you know what it means.
The Reaper has blessed your hands. Only you can grant them peace.
You gotta kill them one by one. Aww. She's like, God damn it, even for these gloves!
Embrace death. Walk alongside it.
She can't even do that! Hold hands, they're dead. Oh wait, does the child know? Is that a chakra? Well, like mine's though. Is she? Oh, she's imagining it though. No, I just wonder, can Genshin make cutscenes like this in the game too? I mean, they possibly could, but budget-wise, or they probably don't have the mindset of doing it right now. I mean, they do in some cutscenes, but not all the way. Dell's my queen, getting older. Watch your step with your high heels. Do so much.
Is that you, Castorus? All of them have gone, heeding death's summon, crossing into their domain.
How could you help me? Please, your dad already left.
I must go too.
You could live for more years, ma'am.
I don't fear it.
I have some regrets. Watching people leave this world again and again, it must be lonely for you. You must want to desperately embrace them before they go.
I can't. These hands, they're too cold.
She just took the hand anyways.
But Big Sister Castoris, your hands are so warm. Just like anyone else's. So go on. Don't hold back.
Give me a warm hug.
That's like the only time she able to hug someone. If that was the case, as the main character, Callus, can I hug her? I believe she needs it. Damn, what a cutscene. It's like watching the last episode of any anime though. That is so cool. And now she takes off her clothes.
Can hands like these really be warm?
To find the answer, you come to me, the main character. So are my hands warm, Callus? There's the deal, a new one. If you guys know what it means, you know. Let's call it a new beginning.
On the day that Orynyx's trial ended, you must have had many questions. I felt just as confused. Why, as someone from beyond the sky, were you so cruelly dragged into Amphorius's fate? I wished I could take action. But no matter how hard I try, I cannot simply interact with the living as ordinary people do, even when we brushed against each other unintentionally in the grove. And it was obvious that nothing had happened when an almost unattainable hope finally welled up in my heart. When I thought that perhaps my touch would no longer bring sorrow, fate declared to me, it wasn't that the curse of death had finally been lifted, but that your soul no longer belonged to this world. And there was nothing left for my hands to take. Nothing. And did I really think this time would be any different? It's not that I don't understand this reality, just that I'm unwilling to accept it. Having walked such a long road, I am still unable to find the answer to life and death. I am resigned to eternal despair. Anything I wish to hold on to, death will inevitably wrest from my grasp. From that moment on, I lacked the courage to confirm it again. Until Orynyx laid bare the cruel truth before us. But now, perhaps I might have one last chance. Long ago, Trinan read a prophecy to me. At the end of the Sea of Flowers, the souls of the living shall warm thy fingertips, and after an embrace, there shall be eternal separation. I found no surprise in it, for her words sounded not like a foretelling, but a perfect reflection of my past. Embraces in this world are born of reunions. Yet, my touch speaks only of farewells. In that moment, I had no doubt that this destiny would weave itself through the entirety of my life. And yet, things have taken a turn for the better. Now that I can finally have an audience with Thanatos, perhaps I can rewrite the meaning of that fated prophecy. I have no reason not to give it my all for your sake and for my own.
Thank you for telling me your thoughts.
With that, I won't have any regrets.
Yeah, cool. Katos talks to you and about the gifts she gave to other castle heroes, and before you know it, she arrives at your gift. What kind of gift you're talking about, Castaways?
Let's put that aside for the moment. We've arrived. I want to retrieve a small gift I specially prepared for you. I made it myself, like the trinket I gave Lady Trianne. I want to leave something for everyone, if possible. The journey to seek an audience with the Death Titan cannot be an easy one. I want to make full use of every moment I have before we depart, so that I don't have any regrets.
That sounds kind of ominous.
Then perhaps you can have a look at it first. You don't have to take it if you don't like it. Look, it's right there.
It was?
Huh? Where did it go? What's going on?
Did you get into trouble with some film thieves?
I am not some corrupt grown-up.
Persona 5 reference? Get it, people?
What's this? The coin of Zagreus and a slate. So it's her.
Holy moly, a pussycat bitch.
No doubt about it. This is her favorite symbol. It's Lady Cypher, the demigod of Zagreus whom Lady Aglaia had spoken of. She's a master thief who's left legendary tales all over Amphorius. So many years have passed, yet she's still announcing herself in such a crass manner. Let's just do as the slate says and look for Lady Cypher.
Right now? Okay. Dear Princess Homebody, walking through the busy garden, I discovered the remark gifts crafted by Princess Homebody, who are truly slender and I'm most impressed. I also taken with your charming present prepared for a fellow sale. In your right parlor, I observed the beautiful felt dolls, the bridge and leather strip display, the classic authority trip table, and the left parlor, the jewelry and exquisite art piece meant as a gift. This time, I claim only the modest gift. I feel it will attract stateless little thieves, so I shall safeguard it for now. Naturally, I left appropriate payment. A single coin. If the price displeases you, feel free to neglect it if done, though should that happen, I will be satisfied with merely one coin. Should you wish to find me, visit the Memorial Market. There lies a golden short spiel left. You know what to do. I shall guide you to me. And before you ask, I won't accept any question. Please forgive the small instruction and accept my highest regards. P.S. Who displayed Bowser's sentiments at home? They're quite unsettling. You might want to store them away when entertaining guests. P.P.S. Despite your considering invested in the bounty of quality hanging in your parlor, I regret to inform you it's a fake. The original was craftily switched by those cunning scholars of the Grove of Intimacy. The full story can be found in the yet unpleasant memoirs of Cecily Kitty Phantom Thief. To retreat again and teach Kitty Phantom Thief a lesson, you head to the mug and find a short spear she left behind. Ooh, what?
Look, it's right there.
Right there, you say? This is the golden spear spent in the thief's letter. Okay, I'm actually gonna stop at Dell, so we'll continue this for the next episode. Alright, I'm gonna Dell. Like, subscribe, I'll see you later. Sayonara.